James Akers here, the tie guy. Today we're going to be tying a Burberry tie. I haven't tied any of these on this YouTube channel yet, or done a review on them yet, but this is a very traditional Burberry. This is what they call their tartan, Burberry tartan pattern. It's the most iconic part of Burberry. You see their scarves, you'll see on the inside of their trench coats, underneath the collars, things like that, their tartan pattern. I actually just love this pattern. I've got, they came out with a new sweater this year that has this pattern. The whole sweater's made of it. I just fell in love with it. I've got quite a bit of the things that have this in it, shirts and things like that. But this is the only tie I have with that pattern. But I just saw they came out with a brand new tie, so you know me, I've got to have it. So I will probably be getting that soon. But it's a Burberry tartan pattern. It's a silk tie, and Burberry ties are made in Italy, which is interesting because Burberry, being a British company, make their ties in Italy. Unfortunately, a lot of their shirts and things are now made offshore. And the only reason I say unfortunately, I have nothing against where things are made. It's just I like the fact that my Italian brands are made in Italy, and I wish the British brands were made in Britain. My sweaters, Burberry sweaters, $800 sweater made in China, but it still feels amazing. I mean, the quality's great and everything's great. But Burberry, if you're listening, please start making your stuff back in England. It'd make it a lot more reputable of a company. But I do love their stuff. So this is the Burberry Tartan Tie. Now, before I tie it up, I want to show you a couple things you can do with these multicolored ties after we review it. But silk lies very good. It's not a very thick tie. It's pretty thin. It's almost Salvatore Ferragamo thin, maybe a tiny bit thicker. Good filling silk. Doesn't feel quite as smooth as a Ferragamo, but it definitely has a nice feel. And we're going to be tying it here for you in just a minute. But I want to show you something. Today I'm pairing it with a whiter shirt. It has a little bit of a pink hue to it. But a lot of times I would pair this tie with a red shirt because there's red in the tartan. You see how that pulls it out. But you could also take this tie and pair it with just a white shirt. You could pair it with a light blue shirt. And on top of that, not only, I mean, there's all kinds of ways you go. I mean, heck, you could even take a lilac, a light purple even. I mean, there's so many ways you can go with these multicolored ties. And what you have to watch when it comes to ties and shirts, multicolored shirts are hard to match ties with sometimes. But multicolored ties are easy to match shirts with. So if you want a lot of color, a lot of different colors, I recommend getting that in the tie. Because you literally, this tie has, it's a tan, like a khaki, so you can match this with anything like that. Has red, it has a light, almost a pinkish white, which is why I'm matching it with this shirt. It has a gray. I mean, there's so many ways you can go with this. And of course, you can match almost anything with blue shirt. The other thing I was going to say is, I'm pairing this today with a charcoal suit, but you can pair this with a navy suit. I'm putting this up here so you can see the shirt, the suit and tie. You can pair this with a regular blue suit. You can pair this with a brown suit. I'm just going through the list here. I mean, a light blue suit. I mean, there's so many ways you could pair this. I could go through all my suits here, and it would look good with any of them with a neutral shirt and the multicolored tie. So enough about that. Let's tie it up, see how it comes together here. I do like the way a Burberry tie ties. I've got several of their ties, and I have no complaints about it. You know, they're definitely made by one of the Italian fashion companies. I honestly don't know which one makes them. I do not know that. If anybody knows that, message me, let me know. I'm going to start, here's my starting point. I haven't tied this tie in a while, but I believe it's going to be somewhere in that range. So we take the long part of the tie, over top, underneath, up and through. Then we come around behind, up, over, and through. Now we adjust and we do our checkpoint, make sure everything's coming together good, and it is. And we come over top, back behind, up and through, and now we're going to come through this little pocket we've just created. We're going to adjust the tie, hold onto the knot, and pull on the long part of the tie to tighten the knot up. See how that came together in a perfect triangle? We're going to bring it up to the top and we check our length. We want the tip of the tie, this part of the tie right here, to come somewhere between the top and the bottom of the belt buckle. And it's coming right there around the mid-range of the belt buckle, so it's absolutely perfect. Just bring this collar down. And we'll tighten it up, put the outfit together, see how it comes together. Okay, I'm using a little LCD screen, so it's a little harder for me to see, and everything's backwards on it, but I do the best I can here. Tie my ties from field, but the finishing touches, I like to see what I'm doing. And we're just tightening it up here a little, because I don't like to have a gap up here if I can avoid it. and I like the tie to be symmetrical. Boy, it came together real nice. Now, I always call this a strap on the back. I had someone message me on YouTube the other day, and they said it's called the keeper, which it is. It's actually called the keeper. My dad always called it the strap, but the keeper or the strap or the holder, as my dad would call it, on this Burberry tie is actually the tag itself. Sometimes you'll have a silk keeper sewn in or a silk strap sewn in, so I'm going to tuck that. Now we're going to put the suit together, and the look is going to start scrolling across the bottom of your screen there. And today we are wearing a charcoal gray Gray Zegna Suit. We have a pink Gray Zegna shirt. It's actually a very, very light pink, almost white. So it's pretty much a white shirt by Gray Zegna. So a suit and shirt, both are Zegna. The tie is a Burberry in a traditional tartan pattern. We're going with a black dress Salvatore Ferragamo belt with a gold belt buckle, because I think that gold looks good with this tie. And we're going to be pairing that today with a pair of Christian Louboutin black Oxfords. These are the Oxfords I usually pair with dressier outfits. So I'm going to put those on here in just a second. On my Instagram, down at the bottom, Tie Guy James Akers. Tie Guy James Akers. You'll see close-ups of the belt with the shoes. I try to stage it so you can see everything coming together there. You're also going to see close-ups of the knot, the tie itself, the whole outfit on the rack, and a picture of me wearing the outfit. So I try to put on Instagram 4 or 5 days a week. I try to do these videos for you. Please subscribe, click and like, and check out my Instagram, and I am ready for work.